Today we are going to uncover something super important that happens behind the scenes in loops, and that is iterators. You have used for loops before, but have you ever wondered how Python actually loops through a list or a string or a tuple? That's where iterators come in. So first of all, what is an iterator? An iterable is anything you can loop through. Lists, tuples, strings, dictionaries, all are iterables. For example, I have a list called my_list, and there we have these values. For example, 10, 20, then 30. And after that, we can say that for num in my list, we want to print num. Okay, if I run the code, it prints the numbers. We have done this before. But here's the truth. Behind the scenes, Python does this. So if I comment this for loop, then if I write iterator equal, then I call the iter method and pass my list, then I can just print the next keyword, means the next method, and just give the iterator. And I can do this for 3 times because I have 3 numbers. Now if I run the code, you will see the exact output. So when you loop through a list, behind the scenes, Python does this. So iter method turns the list into a iterator. Then the next method gets the next value from it. Once the values are done, calling next again will raise a stop iteration error. So if you call this next again, run the code, you'll see it throws error stop iteration. Okay, so remove this line. So an iterator is an object with 2 methods. If you ask that what is an iterator, and the methods are underscore underscore iter, underscore underscore, then parenthesis, then underscore underscore next, underscore underscore, then parenthesis. Any object with these 2 is considered an iterator. Lists are iterables. They become iterators when you call iter on them. So behind the scenes of a for loop, so let's see what happens behind the scenes of a for loop. So if you write here for x in this list, which has the value 1, 2, then 3, then print x. So for this code, behind the scenes happens is, first we get a variable called nums, 1, 2, 3, then we get another variable, for example it, then we call the iter method and just pass nums, then we write the while loop, so while true, then we write a try and except block. The try block, we say that item equal next, then we give the it, and after assigning it to the item, we just print the item. Now before we were manually doing this step, so when we wrote for print statement, it throws the stop iteration error, but we can handle that here in the while loop with the except block. So except stop iteration, and here we just can say that break the loop. Okay, now if I run the code, you will see it prints 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, and this 10, 20, 30 is getting printed for the previous example. Okay, now you can create your own iterator, but I don't think that is much necessary to understand at this point, so I'm gonna skip that. If you want to truly understand that, let me know in the comment section. I will create a video on that. I don't think it is that much necessary. So let me answer a few common questions some beginner ask. So now you can ask that what's the difference between iterable and iterator. So iterable, so first if we talk about iterable, I'll say that you can loop over it like list or tuple. And if you ask about iterator, I'll say that you can get one item at a time using the next method. Now the next question arises, and that is, what happens when the loop is done? The answer is, when there are no items, Python automatically catches the stop iteration and exits the loop. And the last question you can ask that, can I loop over a custom class? Yes, just define these two methods and you are good to go. You can always loop over a custom class, and you can also create your own iterator, but I don't think that is necessary at this point. So I hope you understood the topics covered in this video. So that's all for now. See you in the next one.